A big incident happened at a child party where MB was reportedly at attendance. As of right now, not too much details are being given out to the public. But according to some news articles, it is being reported that 4 people passed away and 10 others were left in a not so good condition. According to news outlets, everything occurred just before 6 p.m. at Banquet Hall in 1900 block of Lunsi Ave. As of right now, it is still currently unknown of the status of rapper MB, as it was reported that he was in attendance for the birthday party as well. But as of right now, him nor his team have made a post about his status. According to law enforcement, this is still a major ongoing investigation, but the streets are already talking. It is very unfortunate that all this took place on Thanksgiving weekend when everyone is supposed to be spending time with their family, let alone at a child's birthday party. We are praying for the victims, families, and everyone that was affected in that situation, but let us know your thoughts down below.
Breaking news out of Stockton, California, where police say multiple people have been shot. The ABC affiliate in the area says 4 people are dead and more than 10 people have been shot in a shooting at a family gathering.
The latest in the line of mass shootings in our country, the San Joaquin County Sheriff's Office has not provided any other information yet about the circumstances or the gunman, but Governor Newsom has been briefed on this situation. Stockton has a history with mass shootings. In fact, there was a time when Stockton was home to the worst secondary school mass shooting in America until Columbine. It was 1989, a mass shooting at Cleveland Elementary School. 5 school children were killed, 31 others were shot. The gunman turned his weapon on himself, killed himself, but Stockton was home to one of the most notorious school shootings before it was really a thing in the United States. And then Columbine came along 10 years later, and assault weapon ban expired, and we've seen what has happened in the interim since that shooting.
Thank you, my baby. I don't wish this on nobody.
Another terror attack. A children's birthday party in Stockton, California, was suddenly disrupted by gunfire, transforming a family gathering into a scene of mass casualties with 4 dead and 10 injured. Before 6 p.m., children were playing outside the banquet hall when bullets shattered the festive atmosphere. A total of 14 people, including children and adults, were shot. According to the San Joaquin County Sheriff's Office, this likely wasn't a random attack. Preliminary reports indicate local rappers MB and Flyboy Dookie were among those shot, and investigators are determining whether the shooting targeted specific individuals. If confirmed, officers noted the attackers violated even the unwritten rules of street violence, bringing guns into a venue filled with families and children. 4 victims died at the scene, while 10 others were rushed to the hospital. No suspects have been arrested so far. What should have been a safe and joyful birthday gathering for children ended in chaos, trauma, and tragedy.
Here's what we know about the D.C. shooting and the man who targeted 2 National Guard members. The suspect, 29-year-old Rahman Ullah, L.A. Kowal, once worked with the CIA. Director John Radcliffe confirmed Kowal helped U.S. operations inside the Taliban and was evacuated to the U.S. in 2021 under Operation Allies Welcome. Yesterday, Kowal went straight for 2 brand new Guard members, 2 0-year-old Sarah Beckstrom and 2 4-year-old Andrew Wolf, sworn in less than a day earlier. Investigators say he used a revolver, shooting one twice and the other once before other guardsmen returned fire. Both are in critical condition. Kowal was also shot, hospitalized, and arrested. He now faces assault charges that could become first-degree murder. The investigation has expanded across multiple states as authorities try to determine if this was a lone attack or something bigger. Meanwhile, Afghan immigration processing is paused, and 500 more Guard members were deployed to D.C. as a precaution. More updates are coming as investigators piece this together.
Un joven se autodesvive al entrar al recinto de un león en un zoológico de Brasil. Un joven lamentablemente se autodesvivió este domingo en un zoológico de Brasil. Subió esta pared de alrededor de 6 metros de altura. Después bajó por un árbol que se encontraba dentro del recinto de esta leona. La leona en esos momentos se encontraba cerca de los vidrios donde las personas se acercan para ver a este animal. Observó que esta persona comenzó a bajar por este árbol y sucedió lo inevitable, fue tras de él. Esto sucedió en un zoológico de la localidad de João Pessoa, en Brasil. Al parecer el joven de 19 años que hizo esto se llamaba Vaqueirino, no sé si se pronuncia así su nombre, y al parecer se está diciendo que tenía problemas de salud mental. Ya había tenido problemas con los policías y había sido detenido 2 veces la semana anterior antes de que todo esto pasara. Este joven de 19 años necesitaba ayuda. Los forenses lograron entrar al recinto de esta leona sin dañarla para poder retirar el cuerpo de este joven.
This is a shocking moment. A man attempted to kidnap a teenager in broad daylight. The 19-year-old girl was waiting for a friend outside Liverpool's Lime Street station when 25-year-old Osman Moalem suddenly approached her. She said some things she couldn't understand. Osman suddenly grabbed her arm and began to forcefully drag her away. The girl screamed and resisted vigorously, even stumbling down the steps, but he didn't stop at all and continued to drag. The passers-by around him looked at him in horror. He also sneered at them. And at that moment, an elderly couple stepped forward and sternly warned him to call the police. However, it is unbelievable that he did not stop. Even after the girl took the opportunity to break free, he followed her all the way into the station interior. The station security personnel immediately issued an alarm to the British Transport Police, and then the police intercepted and arrested Osman while waiting for the train. During the trial, although the surveillance footage clearly recorded the entire process of his attempted kidnapping, Osman shamelessly denied it and showed no remorse for his actions. In the end, he was sentenced to 2 years and 3 months in prison for attempted kidnapping.
Oh my gosh, y'all, yet another young influencer has reportedly passed away. And what's crazy about this is she made a chilling premonition just hours before she was killed. So this is 25-year-old Karen Sofia Juarez Ramirez. And she was a very popular and well-known biker influencer who made a chilling premonition hours before she died in a crash by saying, "I hope I don't crash." Karen is reportedly known on social media to her tens of thousands of followers as Biker Girl, and she reportedly recently died in a horrible motorcycle accident. According to reports, she tried to pass between 2 vehicles, but she lost control and collided with a car on one side before she fell under the wheels of the vehicle on the other side. Unfortunately, she died at the scene despite life-saving efforts by emergency medical personnel. She posted hours before she died that she had lost the glasses she normally would wear on her bike rides and that she was worried she'd crash. She reportedly said in a social media post, "I hope I don't crash because I'm driving without my glasses." Several of her followers have since said this was a premonition since she crashed and died just a few hours after that post, and it's definitely coincidental, I must say. According to reports, the local prosecutor's office is working to determine the exact cause of the crash. They said they will conduct witness interviews and examine CCTV footage and work to figure out if there was any type of responsibility or fault of the other drivers who were involved in the crash. The investigation is reportedly still very active and ongoing. Not only did Karen share content about her motorcycle rides and adventures on her Suzuki, but she also reportedly loved tattoos and she would share about them as well. This is so tragic, and she was so young with her whole life to live. My prayers are with all who knew and loved her.
Not guilty of... A 19-year-old's life ended in just 2 seconds. Surveillance footage from the school shows the young man attempting a dump, which caused the 400-kilogram basketball hoop to collapse and crush his chest. His friends rushed to move the hoop and called 911. Paramedics quickly arrived and transported him to the hospital, but despite their efforts, the shattered ribs punctured his lungs, leading to his death. The young man was identified as 19-year-old Lucas Reed. The school immediately reached out to Lucas's mother, offering condolences. The principal stated it was an unforeseeable accident, claiming the school had followed proper safety protocols and shouldn't be blamed for the tragedy. But 2 days later, Lucas's mother sued the school, arguing that the collapse of the hoop pointed to serious safety failures on the school's part, which led directly to her son's death. The court ruled the school was 50% liable and ordered them to pay $2 million in damages. Was this a tragic accident, or did the school's lack of proper safety oversight directly contribute to Lucas's death?
I'm gonna fucking kill you!
To protect her 5-year-old daughter, a single mother shot and killed a road rage attacker in the street, and now she's facing the possibility of life in prison. 2 years ago, 32-year-old Catherine was rushing her feverish daughter to the hospital. As she approached an intersection, an SUV in front of her blocked the way. Catherine honked once to signal the driver, but the owner of the SUV, Jack Cooper, suddenly stopped her car and then got out, yelling at Catherine like he was out of control. He even jumped onto the hood and threatened to kill her. Terrified, Catherine warned that she was going to call the police, but Jack didn't stop. Instead, he tried to pry open the car door. As the situation grew more dangerous, Catherine was forced to raise her revolver. Later, when she learned that Jack had died despite emergency treatment, Catherine broke down in tears in the interrogation room. She never meant to kill him. She only wanted to protect her young daughter. In court, the prosecution accused Catherine of using force beyond what was necessary for self-defense. They argued that she could have stayed inside the car and waited for the police. But after reviewing the video of what happened, the judge believed that Catherine was indeed facing real danger. We cannot expect a mother with a young child to remain calm in a situation like this, the judge said, and decided to acquit Catherine. Do you think this verdict was fair?